Subversive Theater Collective.
Where dissent is always center stage.
And welcome to our 15th year of Radical Theater.
We had a problem as we went to start out a new season of plays this year.
We just couldn't find anything in our country to protest.
And of course, there's nothing objectionable happening in America in 2017.
But then we heard about a show called It Can't Happen Here.
It was originally a novel written in 1935 by Sinclair Lewis. It's a story of a hate-mongering politician who attacks the press, and then
he creates a fascist dictatorship here in the U.S.
Of course, nothing like that could happen nowadays.
But back in 1935, people were worried about things like that.
The book was adapted for stage in 1936 by the Federal Theater.
Yeah, you know Haley Flanagan and Orson Welles and all those guys.
And no offense to Orson Welles or any of those guys, but...
They kind of sucked ass.
But in 2016, a certain political campaign got some people talking about Sinclair Lewis's novel.
Really? I can't think of who that could be.
Anyway, the Berkeley Red Theater did a new adaptation of It Can't Happen Here and called for theatrical readings around the country during election time.
Of course, we didn't hear about that soon enough here at Subversive Theater. We were busy doing some play about a...
But some people still think this fascist dictatorship thing is still a problem.
So we decided to kick off the 15th season with the Berkeley Red version of the play.
With a few of our own subversive twists thrown in.
So, welcome to the show.
Oh, wait, a few short things before we begin, guys.
First, silence your cell phones lest I go all Patty LuPone on your ass.
Next, those of you theater goers have undoubtedly suffered through a lot of crowd scenes. You know, where a couple of actors are yelling and screaming to make up for the absence of an actual crowd. Never works, right? So tonight we're asking your help to help us overcome that problem.
And all we need from you are a few simple reactions. Applause. Cheers. And boos. Now, when the time comes, we will hold up these signs to signal your cues.
Now, I know this is Subversive Theater, so you guys are game, but why don't we give it a quick try? All right? Excellent. And lastly, wow. All right, great boos. Of course, this is Subversive Theater. I should have known. Boos are like the native language here, right?
And full disclosure, you may be asked to cheer for a character whose opinion you disagree with. Wildly disagree with. That's okay, we're all in this together, right? Who's with me?
Yeah.
Come on, who's with me?
And finally, the management of the theater would like you to know that any resemblance to events in this play and current events is purely coincidental. Although, in 1936, there were race riots in our cities and a vast income gap between rich and poor, and
Major droughts in several states.
A wave of right-wing populism sweeping the country.
Millions of new immigrants.
Foreign wars creating global terror.
But that's where the similarities land, folks.
Yes, so we ask you to reserve all judgment before making any hasty historical parallels.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our great pleasure to present to you Sinclair Lewis's It Can't Happen Here.
July 4th, 1936, Fort Beulah, Vermont.
4 months before the presidential election.
Excitement rippled through the town hall. Scene for this month's meeting of the Fort Beulah Rotary Club.
Among the audience was Lorenzo Pike, whose political views differed from every other member of the Rotary Club, with the sole exception of
Miss Jessup, editor and proprietor of Fort Beulah's only newspaper. There to report on the patriotic address of Brigadier General Herbert Y. Edgeworth. We must prepare to defend our shores against all alien gangs of international racketeers that call themselves governments. And the passionate ejaculations of the granddaughter of the American Revolution, Miss Adelaide Tarr Gibbage.
I
renowned for a lifetime of gallant campaigning against women's suffrage, and for having, during the Great War, succeeded in keeping American soldiers entirely out of French cafes by the clever trick of sending them 10,000 sets of dominoes.
Now this will shock you, but I want you to listen to the one woman who will give you the unadulterated hard truth instead of a lot of sentimental taffy. Because I believe down in my gullet that what this country needs is to be in real war again. Woo! Come on now, General. Just among us Rotarians and Rotarians, fess up. Don't you think that when a country's gone so mad that the thrifty and industrious have to pay for the shiftless ne'er-do-wells, then maybe to save their lazy souls and get some lead into them, that a war could be a good thing? Come on now, General!
Well then, since you folks are bound and determined to drag the secrets out of a poor soldier, I guess I'd better confess that although I abhor war, there are worse things. A state of so-called peace where labor organizations are riddled with the insane notions out of a a state where college professors, newspapermen, and notorious authors are secretly promulgating the same seditious attacks against the Durango Constitution. A state in which, as a result of being fed these mental drugs, the people are flabby, cowardly, and totally lacking in the fierce pride of their valor. No, such a state is far worse than war, and it's most monstrous.
Speaking the truth, and the only candidate running for president daring to speak the truth, the only man with the backbone to stand up against our enemies and restore our country to greatness is Senator Berzelius Winthrop.
Look here, Mrs. Gibbage. If you think
You all out of order, Mrs. White.
I want to register my objection.
Oh, sit down, Miranda.
But these people are using the election to
Your Bohemian reporter.
No, she is stigmatizing the poor to create a mob scene.
We are well aware of your political opinions, Mrs. Pike, but I must remind you that it's Mrs. Gibbage who we've invited to speak tonight. Please sit down, madam.
Sit down!
Thank you very much.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Gibbage.
Thank you, Mr. Tosborough. And to all of you who believe in freedom of speech, there is good news, my friends. At this moment, Minutemen marching clubs made up of volunteers are springing up all over the country. These young Christians are learning warlike skills so that they may help us to rid our country of its undesirable elements. A new generation of American patriots armed with the sword and the gospel, ready to reclaim our future and send our nation toward its God-given destiny.
March!
Well, Dormants, what did you think of the speeches with the General and Mrs. Gibbage?
I've been successful, I see.
Really? How so?
In the short span of an hour, they released more gas into the atmosphere than any time in human history.
Oh, why don't you take a tumble to yourself, Doris? All these years as editor of the Daily Informer, you've had your fun, haven't you? Posing as the liberal voice of rebellion.
I'm a respectable journalist. I don't take part in political squabbles.
These are serious times, Jessup. And the future, this upcoming election is crucial to the future of our country. Why, with Buzz Winthrop running for president, we finally have a real choice.
I rather think that Buzz Winthrop should be on the vaudeville circuit and stumping for the nomination.
We're not taking liberties here, folks. Sinclair Lewis actually wrote that line 82 years ago.
Have you ever seen such discontent? Why, Senator Windrip is good with people, has a great head for business, and I say he has an excellent chance of taking the Democratic nomination away from Roosevelt.
And if Bishop Bragg and his League of Forgotten Men throw in with him, he'll win. And he'll win by a considerable margin.
Oh, cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war.
Oh, you can quote scripture all you want, Mrs. Pike. It won't change the outcome.
I believe that Shakespeare, Frank, not God.
Think this is a joke?
You'll forgive me, gentlemen, if I don't believe Mr. Windrip's campaign bears any legitimacy. I think Mrs. Pike and I still have some semblance of faith in the American electorate.
Speak for yourself.
Well, Roosevelt is through, and the economy's in tatters.
And the New Deal is no deal.
Oh, you're all missing the point. People will vote for Windrip to make themselves feel safe, but they're ignoring what he's actually saying. Why, if he gets into office, he'll unleash a reign of terror.
A reign of what?
Well, and you,
Nonsense.
the editor, and you, the staunch industrialist, and you, the conservative banker, will be led straight to the firing squad.
Are you out of your mind, Mr. Pike?
This is America, for God's sake. It could never happen here.
Windrip is using the oldest political strategy. Pit everybody against somebody. You watch. If he manages to broker this alliance with Bishop Prang, it will obliterate the line between church and state and create the perfect conditions for fascism. Oh, you think it can't happen in America? Let me tell you, it can.
Are you done?
If Buzz Windrip gets elected, we'll all be done.
I think we can officially classify Widow Pike as a hysteric.
I think that woman needs to remarry as soon as humanly possible.
The way she shoots off her fat mouth, you'd think she was mayor instead of the owner of some cheap saloon.
It's a respectable boarding house, gentlemen, and Mrs. Pike is no crank who deserves to be locked up or shut up.
Oh, quit playing tag with Lorinda and her pingo friends. Remus, do you know how many Jew financiers I have telling me how to run my own textile mills?
The bank was practically ripe with the stench of communists.
The only stench I smell is coming from the two of you.
Oh, you want to be on the right side of this one come November, Boris.
A blind mule has a better chance of being elected than Buzz Windrip. We've come too far to be bamboozled by the histrionics of some two-bit huckster.
You wait and see, Joseph. The White House is there for the taking. And as it happens, there are no blind mules running for president this year.
The tortoise just went to home. A white square clapboard structure living in 1880 declared to be ugly.
But ugly in a nice way.
He found refuge in his study.
Which he forbade under any circumstances to be clean.
Which was filled with an endearing list of hours.
What comfortable old leather armchair. Copies of the Congressional Record, the New Yorker, Time, the New Republic,
Road maps,
Fishing tackle,
the Bible,
the Koran,
the Book of Mormon.
A bonus of Crete dating to 327 BC. Very good.
the complete works of Thomas Jefferson,
Several books on Bolshevism, both extraordinarily pro and extraordinarily con.
another copy of the complete works of Thomas Jefferson,
A shaky portable typewriter,
a Siemens Echograph radio,
and an old cast iron Franklin stove. He allowed no one in.
Not even his family.
Not his wife, Emma.
Not as old as Philip.
Not his youngest, Sissy.
Not his middle child, Mary.
her husband Fowler,
nor his 8-year-old grandson, David.
But every once in a while, someone would bust in.
They went that way.
Doris, the car's all packed.
Dad, it's time to go.
I can't go on any blame picnic. I have to stay and listen to Frank's broadcast.
I'll see you in the car. Come on, everybody, 10 minutes.
hey, Pop,
Say, have you seen my little soldier?
He was just in here shooting up the place.
Hope you weren't caught in the line of fire.
Hey, you're the doctor. If I get wounded, you can treat me.
Come on, Dad, it's the 4th of July. We're going on a family picnic.
When did you get to be your mother's daughter?
Just this morning. Come on, Buck's coming too. He's even threatening to bring a date.
I have to be back.
You'll be home in time for the broadcast.
The struggle continues.
David!
Really?
What's here?
Since when do lawyers not work on holidays?
Well, look who's talking.
So where's the family?
Let's take the kids to Boston, to see the folks.
The favorite grandparents, I see.
It's family roulette, Dad. You know how it is. It's their turn.
Oh, it's hard having family so far away. We're lucky he could come at all. In case you get cold.
I'm perfectly fine, my dear.
You don't know yourself, Dormouse. You can trust me on that score. David! David, careful with that sparkler!
David, you're going to burn someone's eyes out.
Oh, it's only a sparkler, honey. He'll be fine.
My mother's worried.
Your mother's not worried.
I'm not worried!
It's a part of his American birthright. A boy should get up to suffer through fireworks on the 4th of July.
Ugh.
Now, you've got to listen up, Julian. I didn't say I was going to go for a drive with him. I just said that he wanted me to.
Is that what it sounded like?
Though he does have a nice new DeSoto.
Oh, see? How can I compete with a brand new DeSoto?
Hey!
There he is, my favorite bachelor. I thought you were bringing a date, Buck.
I do. Stop being a wedding planner.
Should we do the balloons, Mother?
No, why don't you lay out the blanket first? Dormis, did we remember to call Lorinda?
Oh, I did, Mom.
Look at that view. Why is everybody so sensitive? Come on, Buck, look at that. It's as if God had decided to make Fort Beulah, Vermont his personal showcase.
Spoken like a man who spent most of his time in the
I thought farmers were supposed to be in awe of the splendors of nature.
Well, you need to spend a week on your knees picking weeds.
Oh, look at that view.
A woman after my own heart.
God help me, I'm surrounded.
I was just re-educating Buck here on the wonders of nature.
You love playing the romantic, don't you, Doris?
Honestly, I'm in Buck. Mom, is there anything to drink yet?
Give me a minute.
German butt cake.
Lorinda, you know us too well. Why would you look at that view?
And to think this perfect day will culminate in Buzz Windrip being endorsed by Bishop Peter Bragg.
Oh, with their religious fanatics become the brokers of our political.
While we were taking in the view.
You're overreacting. Bragg will never endorse someone like Windrip. He's too much of a loose cannon for someone like Bragg.
I'd say our boy Buzz would say anything to anyone,
He seems hell-bent on offending everyone.
including the press.
Especially the press. We didn't have that one either.
He tweets out insulting everybody.
Okay, get it now.
But he loves the publicity. The more offensive the remarks, the more papers get sold.
Maybe I should quit while I'm ahead. Silver informer. Move to Tahiti.
Oh, you die of boredom within 2 weeks.
Not if I had the right company.
Not too far, son.
I guess the cavalry's up running the artillery.
I can't keep up.
Where is Dave?
down close.
No, Bob, it's too much trouble.
I'm following the light brigade.
Buzz will never keep up. I'll go too.
Come on, he'll be fine. Let's take a look.
Oh, hey, Shad, do you remember chewing the ice cream?
If I turned it before I made it heat, it would have melted by the time it got here. You people ever thought about getting an electric freezer? Or does me having a broken back not matter? Let me know!
Why do you keep that fellow on?
Jen, he's been with the family so long I've almost grown fond of him.
Have you now?
Honestly, I feel sorry for him. I don't even think he knows how to read.
I'm surprised you didn't take it upon yourself to teach him.
I tried to once, but he took it as an insult.
Oh, you should make Sissy his tutor, huh?
Sissy,
Oh, you didn't notice? Listen, Shad melts into butter whenever she's around.
really? Shad told me he greatly admires Buzz Windrow. Can you believe it?
Oh, what a lovely day it's been, hasn't it, boys?
It truly has, my dear. Truly lovely.
Oh, I think they're about to start the fireworks. Come on, everybody, fireworks. Happy 4th, Doris. Happy 4th, everybody. Oh.
These little ditties were performed by the Smoothies. The trio that makes America proud. Brought to you by Oily, the natural home cathartic. If you're in a bind, you won't mind if you got oily. Here they are again, the Smoothies.
Smoothies, who listens to that?
You're on our station, Dad. We get it.
Say, Bob, is that the red network or the blue network?
No, I don't think it's NBC. I think it's CBS.
Listen, volume's up. I know my radios.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bishop Peter Prang speaking to you, my friends, in the radio audience, with an announcement pertaining to the upcoming presidential election. An election that will determine the fate of this distraught nation. A single question now hovers above us: whether or not to endorse any of the candidates who seek the nomination for president.
Amazing, some of these radios.
For many months now, I and the League of Forgotten Men have prayed to the Lord for guidance. Like Joseph in the desert, our faith has been sorely tested.
No, RCA hasn't.
There are no easy answers to this complicated question.
Is David asleep?
Yes,
As you
if
know,
everyone knows
we have not yet been inclined to endorse any candidate.
See, he's not doing it.
Our ensuring that both control of the money and the power to issue credit from the banks be taken away, that all inheritances be drastically cut, and that all swollen incomes be severely limited.
Unlike Winthrop, these
But
people have ideology.
Satan is powerful, my friends, so we must take a stand to fight against all subversive organizations which unfortunately are so largely Jewish.
Of course.
They must be driven with whips and scorpions off the face of the earth with fire and fury the likes of which the earth has never seen.
Are these people Christians?
In a
So it is.
diabolical sense.
After many months of prayer, the directors of the League of Forgotten Men and I myself, Bishop Peter Frank, announce that in the coming Democratic National Convention, we shall, without reservation,
Here it comes.
use our strength to secure the Democratic presidential nomination for Senator Basilius Winthrop and fight to elect him as President of these United States of America. May God bless Senator Winthrop, and may God bless us all.
God help us all.
I can't believe it.
Whatever happened to the separation between church and state?
It's going the way of all flesh.
Well, I said that's taking it a bit too far.
It may be time for Roosevelt to form a third party.
Or which would allow Winthrop to win without a majority.
Don't be ridiculous. Nobody could become president without a majority of the electorate.
Yeah, that one too.
Sometimes I'm checking for communists.
You read one book, Julian.
Maybe we shouldn't be so quick to rush to judgment.
Oh, Philip, the man is a racist and a woman hater.
Well, yes, Lorinda, but why do you think so many people support him?
Oh, maybe their cumulative IQ is
And it's
zero.
not just because they're all ignorant or prejudiced or blind. I mean, the League of Forgotten Men is aptly named. People want a voice. They want agency over their lives.
Are you supporting Winthrop?
Absolutely not, but if we don't like him, then we better figure out the reasons behind his popularity.
Mommy? Mom?
Oh, not 10 minutes of peace.
I'll get it.
Relax, Mary. The young communist and I will read him a bedtime story.
Lorinda, could you have me in the kitchen, please?
So, Dad, what I was, trying to say is that even if it is a minority that's supporting Winthrop, you're still marginalizing the problem.
It's about money.
Well, yes, money and identity. And trust, as in, who can we trust to fight for us?
Even when that trust comes at the expense of the truth. Perfect. Chad, I'd like to ask you a question.
About what?
How are you planning to vote?
I told you before.
Humor me.
Like I said, I'm voting for Winthrop.
Why is that?
He's willing to fight for things. For the working man.
You see,
Plus, he's gonna fix it so everybody gets $5,000 immediate.
Granted, it's about money.
I figure I can start a chicken farm.
Chickens. Didn't know our chickens die on your watch last year.
With that kind of money, I'll be able to buy a couple thousand of them. Beat the odds this time.
And so you believe that Winthrop will keep this promise of giving away this money?
I already started buying some equipment on credit.
Credit? The bank gave you credit on the strength of Winthrop's campaign promise.
Seems good enough for them.
Really? $5,000 credit to buy chickens.
I wouldn't sell all the chickens if I were you, Mr. Jessup. I've been reading up on them.
Is that so?
Smarter than they look.
well, there you have it, Dad. The average man incentivized to better himself.
That's your analysis. Winthrop is buying the election.
And Roosevelt said he'd balance the budget, and Hoover said there'd be a chicken in every pot. I mean, they all lied, Voltaire. All of them. By October, Winthrop had secured the Democratic nomination for president, and Roosevelt had indeed formed the third party. Dormis found himself traveling up and down People Valley, trying to find the secret to Buzz's growing popularity.
Wanna know what I support, Buzz?
Makes me laugh.
He's so funny, oh my goodness.
I hear giving every citizen $5,000.
Oh,
I got 5,000 reasons for you.
I've got debt.
I got kids.
I heard it was 10,000.
Now, what's the point of going to college if you can't get a decent job?
Our relief check goes away in 61 days.
Hey, you know what a mortgage is, mister?
It makes me laugh.
Me too. What a character.
You wanna talk about lack of character? Let's talk about FDR.
And never did like FDR.
Roosevelt! I already changed it from Rosenfeld.
The man does not know when to quit.
Look at FDR, starting the third party.
You wanna talk about a demagogue?
I'll tell you what, Buzz tells it like it is. You gotta respect that.
Well, I don't agree with everything he says or his methods, but
It's time to take out the garbage.
You know, maybe it's what we need right now.
I honestly don't care how he does it.
you know, I heard him telling this story the other day, like a regular old story, like a regular guy telling a regular old story.
Hey, did you hear the one about the Supreme Court?
He's standing in front of the whole Supreme Court, right? And that's challenges the Chief Justice to a slingshot competition.
Hey, Judge, you gotta get more sling in your shot and get your weight. When I get into office, I'm gonna test all you guys about how much sling you all got. You ready for that? And the whole court went completely silent.
Chief Justice, he just sitting there with his mouth open.
And then Buzz starts to crack up, and they realize he's been joshing him, and the whole court starts cracking up. And then the Chief Justice, he says, so what exactly do you have enough sling? And somebody shot him.
It would believe it, the best balls on that guy.
He's gotta be president.
USA! 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 USA!
It was astonishing. Utterly astonishing. Every one of them seemed entranced by it.
Did he really threaten the Supreme Court?
He did. It seems the more he humiliates his opposition, the greater the adoration of his followers.
I heard he schooled the Senate on how to catch catfish while drinking huge amounts of corpus.
Where did you hear that?
And then he demonstrated the best way to fall over drunk.
Is that true?
I don't know, but it sounded hilarious.
How can that possibly be true?
That's the thing about Winthrop. It doesn't matter if the story is about him and true, it's whether or not people believe it.
Do you honestly think he'll be elected?
Julie, 6 months ago I would have said there is no way on God's green earth that fellow could be elected, but now I have absolutely no idea.
Well, sure sounds like he knows how to put on a good show.
Yeah, they say he's a great speaker. You ever seen his act, Mr. Jessup?
I have not. But you know, there's no time like the present. I have to pack. I have to go to New York. It's time to look the blind mule in the eye.
President of the United States, Senator Berzelius Buzz Winthrop.
Thank you all so much. Thank you. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart, a heart the size of a full moon right now. I want to thank everyone helping my campaign and tonight's special guests, Brigadier General Herbert Edgeways, and my friend and spiritual advisor, Bishop Peter Bragg, the leader of the League of Forgotten Men. Gentlemen, you are forgotten no more. And so here we are, folks, on this, dare I say, holy night. 2 days away from the election, poised for victory after a hard-fought free-speech campaign. I mean, think of the odds, folks. Think of what it took to get here. I've had more nasty things said about me than literally anyone who's ever run for office. It's true. It's absolutely true. Can you believe these so-called journalists? Have you ever seen a pack of more lying, disgusting people? I mean, really, they say I want money. Money. I've turned down offers from law firms for 3 times the amount of money that I would make as president. They say I want power. Well, that's absolutely true. I do want power. Great, big, imperial power. But not for me. For you! The power to smash our enemies. The power to put God back in the classroom. To protect our Second Amendment. To support our boys in uniform. The power to make every politician work for you. And the power, my friends, to win, win, win! I'll tell you right now, we're not winning. We're gonna hold out a cookie to the league.
Down with Winthrop! Enough of the haymarket and the thuggery! Do not listen to this man, people! He's lying! No! No! You... No!
We're bringing back the old days, folks. All right.
Listen to me!
But see, I love that guy. I really do. I love him. You know why? Because he's angry. Sure, he's angry about the wrong things. He's been brainwashed by all the wrong people. But that anger is the heart of the discontent that is spread across this great nation. I have crisscrossed this nation from New York, California, Texas to Ohio. Everywhere I go, they say, Buzz, you gotta fight the good fight. And so I'm like, I won't stop walking and talking until I get to the promised land. They ask me, Buzz, are you afraid? I say, well, of course I'm not afraid. Why would I be afraid? I have the greatest people in the world with me. You know who those people are? It's you. You're the greatest people. Are you with me? I said, are you with me? We're going to win this election. We're going to win big. We're going to win our country back and walk down in history. Thank you all. God bless America and come be me.
Come be
last night?
I keep trying to remember exactly what happened. I was standing there, not more than 50 feet away, listening to every word the man said. I can't remember a single one. I just remember being swept away by this force.
So the governor can put a spell on him, huh?
For someone who hates Windrift, you don't seem very distressed.
Oh, the Windrift campaign has brought class struggle front and center. You watch. All hell's going to break loose.
And this is good news for the communists.
Karl Marx couldn't have written it up any better. I mean, if anyone couldn't see that bourgeois democracy was a joke before...
Aren't you worried that that lunatic could get elected?
One wealthy stooge in the White House or another doesn't really matter. Of course, with Windrop's election, it means one more step towards revolution.
The goal is civil discourse, not civil war. What we need is patience.
No offense, Mr. Jester, but patience is something only bourgeois, liberal, petite people can afford. We have 1% of the country who owns 43% of the wealth. 43%. It doesn't matter which wealthy lord's in the White House, the back is always the same. You've got to smash this state before it strikes you.
Just then, they were joined by John Collicott, the town's social democrat.
Is that a bullhorn I hear before me? Or is Karl Marx Pascal here blowing your ears back again? This old sectarian dog had turned us all against each other and handed the election over to the Buzz Windrops of the world.
Windup's not the point, and you know it, John. Brush up on your revolutionary rhetoric, but don't you, comrade?
All right, well, we think we need evolution, not revolution. And mass action, man, is what we need.
Well, if you joined us with the popular front against the fascists.
People don't want to hear talk about violence and the revolution.
No, not now. But you wait. Winthrop throws us all in concentration camps. Will they listen then?
We need mass action, not a vanguard party. And mass action can only be achieved through a united front. Am I right, Mr. Jessup?
I'm afraid I have to disagree.
Oh, come on.
With who?
With everyone. I'm a respectable journalist. I'm not about to be turned into some kind of extremist.
Oh, boy. Well, you and Henry David Thoreau over there better figure out that we're all in the same bathtub. And John's right about one thing. We need mass action.
And we gotta be going, Mr. Jessup. We got a big union meeting tonight. Hey, you care to join us? Could be plenty of fur flying around, tomorrow's election. Could be good for whatever you're writing.
Mind if I stay around a bit? I have a few things I need to jot down.
Now, we'll save a seat for you, sir. But don't forget the vote. Carl! Carl, where are you going?
It's quicker to go out this way.
It's locked.
We'll unlock it. It's faster than going all the way around.
I ain't unlocking anything. Will you come?
All right.
Oh, we quit the shortcut.
To be sure, but if we go that way.
You argue with your own damn grandmother.
And grandmother's dead.
Now you know why.
But she always agreed with me.
On November 3rd, 1936, Mr. Lucilius Winthrop was elected the 33rd President of the United States.
Oh my God, what have we done?
You wasted no time, quite literally, by giving the shortest inauguration speech in history.
My fellow Americans, as President of the United States, I wish to inform you that the real New Deal has started right this minute, and we're going to enjoy the manifold liberties to which our history entitles us. Thank you.
All driven by Christine inaugural festivities.
Including Mr. Roosevelt.
Who had to beg off, claiming that he was deathly ill.
Something about the polio.
President Winthrop chose the age-old custom of giving his political adversaries diplomatic posts in countries as far away as possible.
Herbert Hoover was given Brazil.
And Mr. Roosevelt, Liberia, which he declined.
And Mrs. Adelaide's Hardinge, despite her spirited campaign for Mrs. Winthrop, was publicly angry when she was offering a post in customs in Alaska.
I demand that there be immediately created the cabinet position of Secretary-S of Domestic Science, Child Welfare, and Anti-Vice.
Her request denied. She threatened to turn Republican or communistic. But in April, she was heard of in Hollywood, writing the scenario for a giant motion picture to be called
The Revolt of the Beavers. A love story.
This is so absurd.
The celebratory mood was cut short when President Winthrop made a shocking announcement.
My fellow Americans, I've just received substantiated reports that Mexico, Europe, and Russia are colluding to plot against us. For that reason, I have placed the country on high alert. I thank you.
Oh my God. Emma!
Yes, darling.
Emma, have you heard? They're creating a police state.
Oh, you worry about too many things, Dorcas. Here, I fixed the button on your coat for you. You're all set. Now, I want to go run some errands, darling. I'll be back in a little while. Don't worry, Dorcas. It'll all work out.
In addition, I am, by executive order, authorizing the Minutemen to serve as an armed militia. The brave men and women, now numbering billions and billions strong, will stand and keep our borders safe at the ready to attack our enemies, he said.
Dorcas Jessup felt himself getting smaller.
Felt himself drifting. what felt like days on end.
Until he found himself in the nave of the church.
I'd give anything for a sermon that would restore my faith in humanity.
But instead he found.
Now, amidst the changing times, some of us fail to realize is that sin, or any sin, we may commit, not only our own sin, but is realized upon those.
And so he decided to look for solace elsewhere.
On a snowy night, in the middle of winter, darkness drove the streets of Fort Beulah, the wind howling with a velocity that felt diabolical. At last, he arrived at his destination. And there, he found Lorinda Pike, closing up the Beulah Valley Tavern.
Evil out there.
Are we talking about Winthrop or the weather?
There's an unconfirmed report over 100 congressmen have been charged with inciting a riot.
Oh, that's rich. Accusing others of being thugs. Yesterday, I saw a gang of Minutemen beating up a protester in front of City Hall. He was just a kid with a sign.
Most of his opponents have fled to Canada. If I didn't hate Canadian ale so much, I'd have a mind to grab the family and stick off the stuff. I'd take you, of course.
Of course.
I'd have to. I couldn't go on without you.
Oh, we'll all go on one way or another.
I suppose. It's also strange. Emma listens to the radio and says, "Oh, dreadful." Then goes off to worry about how the saucepan got burned.
Home, sweet home.
Why do we do that, Lorinda? Why don't we just get up and get out of here?
Where exactly would we be going?
I don't know, anywhere. Tahiti.
What are you pretending at, Doris?
I'm not pretending.
If you're looking for God or your father, who are you looking for?
I'm not looking for anything but you.
Oh, that's the biggest lie you've ever told me.
I'm not lying.
Oh, you're lying to yourself. What is it?
There's someone watching the place.
Standing up stage in the surrender.
I suspect it's my hired man.
Shadow will do.
He's been looking at all sorts of places. Bit of blackmail, I suppose.
Good evening, Father. Oh, hey there, Miss Lindy.
You're drunk.
Nice to meet you. Of course.
We have to be going.
It's cold outside.
Sissy?
I saw your car outside, and I wondered what Dad would get Miss Lindy so late. We were talking
About politics.
politics.
I need to get going. We got to go home. Good night.
Good night.
So yeah, you go to Lindy's often,
Not very often, no.
but like every day, right?
Get in the car. Shouldn't you be home, Chad? The furnace needs tending.
Who were you yelling at?
No one.
So Dad, you and Lindy.
Thanksgiving dinner's ready.
Unemployment was eliminated by rounding up every person without a job and placing them in labor camps.
So how's school doing? Each state from the universities were open, free from the taint of intellectualism.
He's not.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, smaller colleges had to close.
So Canisius didn't stand a chance.
Back with the renown suggested, who needs school anyways?
And one single day, all crime in America ended forever.
70,000 Minutemen working with town and state police officers arrested every known or suspected criminal in the country.
1 in 10 was shot immediately.
4 in 10 were given prison sentences.
3 in 10 were released as innocents.
And 2 in 10 were taken in by the Minutemen as inspectors.
Now, Mary, you must try a little bit of that nice chestnut dressing.
Mary Jessup Greenhill was punished by the seizing of all land and money left by her late husband, Fowler.
I'm not hungry, Mother.
Oh, Mary, dressing's always your favorite.
No, Mom.
Look, I just wanted to try it. I did not
Damn it.
Oh.
She said she wasn't hungry. I'm sorry.
Dormus was miserable for writing propaganda in support of the Winthrop administration.
So, what do you do now, Julia?
Well, home to Mary Sissy soon got a job.
Mary?
Well, that's if she's not snatched up first by the battalion commander Shannon too.
You've got to work on your sense of humor, Julian. You can't marry a man with a bad sense of humor.
Hello, all.
Oh, I'm so glad you could be here. I was afraid you couldn't come.
You knew it was coming?
Well, I wasn't sure if I could get away, but I just had to see my favorite family. Mary. How are you? Listen, it's a shame what they did with your property. We will do everything that we can to fix it.
How's David?
Oh, this is his mother terribly, but he's doing just fine. His cousin's treated like a prince.
Well, it's only be just a few more weeks now, just until our Mary gets on her feet again.
Thank you, Phil.
It's no trouble. We love having you.
Now, come on, sit down and eat.
Sure they can't, Mother. But he still calls. Just want to stop by for a hug and a quick word with Pater here.
Well, all right then, you two, but just for 5 minutes. And if you're not finished, we're going to storm right back out here and devour you alive.
Mother!
Come on, everybody. Dessert's in the kitchen.
How are you, Dad?
You know what the worst thing is? Every day there's something that I think is going to be unbearable. Yet week after week I find myself just getting by.
Well, I heard that you were having some problems with the authorities.
So my disgust for these people has made its way back to you. At least I'm making headlines somewhere.
I know it's bleak right now, Dad, but, you know, the Minutemen, they're a temporary necessity. And there have been some good things. The crime rate's plummeted and the stock market's at the highest it's been in over a decade.
At the cost of what?
I'm a realist. Winthrop and his crew are here to stay. Sure, you realize that's better.
For whom?
You must listen to me, Dad. You must. Why do you think I came all the way from Worcester to see you?
God only knows.
You're going to get into more trouble if you don't start supporting the government.
So, here it is. The reason you came all the way from Worcester. What? It's not enough that my journalistic integrity has been stripped from me. I have to embrace Winthrop's theology as well.
You have to start thinking of Mother and the girls instead of yourself.
What are you getting out of this?
Nothing! I'm worried about you, and Mother, and Cecilia!
All this sudden concern. What? My reputation not sitting well with your business associates? The embarrassment of being Dorcas Jessup's son too much to bear? What are you getting?
A future.
The future.
I've been approached in regards to an assistant military judgeship.
I see. Good enough for that.
I'll have you tell Mother that I will be able to protect you.
Is everything all right?
Emma, do you think I'm selfish?
No, darling, of course I think you're selfish. I'm your wife.
What's so urgent you couldn't talk about over the phone?
Oh, what's happening? The editor of the Rutland Herald's been arrested this afternoon.
That's impossible. I would have heard.
There's no publicity. It's a fellow I know of. Rutland Mail Journey. The engineer.
Excuse me, new order of regulation. Anyone who discredits the state will be executed or interned, and they're targeting journalists.
But I'm cooperating with him.
Well, so was the editor of the Rutland Herald.
This is insane.
What's going on over here?
We have to leave right away.
Well, leave? What are you talking about? Leave.
Yeah. Leave right now. We're going to Canada.
Oh.
We can't fly out. Last week we could have flown out. Now they stopped the planes. We've got to drive.
Like I said, this is insane. This is all overreaction.
What will drive you?
I've got a Canadian driver's license, vet plates. It's snowing hard enough. They're not going to stop anybody on the road tonight.
Tonight? We can't leave tonight.
We need more time. Give us till tomorrow.
No, if we wait until tomorrow, it could be too late.
Oh my God.
But I'm cooperating with him. Why am I running?
Just to save your life, boy. Your life.
Oh, they're coming for your dad, but there's no time to explain. You need to pack up and leave right away.
Well, what about our house? What about our things? You're talking nonsense.
Think about all that later when we're safe. We'll have to get going. We'll be okay.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to pack.
I'll be back, Mr. Jeffrey.
I'm not leaving. Not without my son.
Well, it's just too dangerous right now.
I'm not leaving.
Hey, Phil Stanley's going to take perfectly good care of him, and I'll bring it to you as soon as humanly possible. When the danger's not so great, I promise. I promise.
I'm not leaving.
I'll get the truck.
In Canada, you'll have time to catch your breath. Join up with the new underground. It's growing fast.
All right, as soon as we're settled somewhere.
It may not be safe.
How will I contact you then?
You'll find home. Emma?
Mommy, that was heavy.
Okay, I'll
I remember the last time I talked to us.
This box on board?
Nice. Where did you get this from? That's my brother.
Oh! Anybody like any coconut layer cake?
Clean for lives and you brought coconut layer cake?
Oh, darling, if we're going to be traveling for long distances, I thought somebody might want something sweet.
No, we're just going to Canada, okay? You all right back there, sissy?
Well, she's all right. You're all right, aren't you, darling?
Thought trucks had heat in them.
Snow's keeping the temperature up. Now, being this thing looks really cold.
Well, I suppose we ought to be lucky that we've got this truck at all.
Think I feel
Large pelts of snow, you think we're in Buffalo.
You know what? Just enough.
I can't stand it. How are you?
Mad and on about it doesn't help anything. You're scared? Well, the border's just up ahead now.
I can't believe no one stopped it.
We'll make it all right. We'll make it.
Oh, no! I thought you said there'd be no one here.
What did you say?
Why? How rough you been talking?
Oh, okay, that's us. Destination?
Montreal, where we live.
Goddamn lousy weather to be driving in.
Watch your language, sir. They're a winner, brother.
That's so. Hey, how you doing, honey? Happy to be headed home.
Of course.
What part of Montreal are you?
We're at St. Charles, where we live.
That's so.
Near the river.
Huh. I forgot where you live, huh, honey?
You have to wait till the battalion leader comes.
Yeah, when's that?
I'm saying, maybe noon, maybe evening.
I can't do that. My mother's sick.
Plague!
Well,
Another sick mother of the plague. That makes 5 this week.
that's the truth.
Ain't that funny, Sam?
That may be so, but you still have to wait in order to get across. New regulations.
You know, it's kind of funny, you folks on this back road, with a perfectly good highway not too far from here. Ain't that funny, Sam?
Listen, mister. If I were you, I'd go back to wherever the hell it is you came from.
That's what some of these honeys want to come in and warm us up a little bit. Hey, flip your foot one in front.
Oh!
Yeah, you sure?
Shut up, Grandpa.
You get my point, mister?
All right, we'll head back east, Birch.
Get out of here, you hurry, man.
Go! Why, get out of here. Don't come back.
Take the women with you.
What are you doing?
Oh my God!
Remember that story I told you about John Brown?
You start off scared and then end up with a gun in your hand? Except I thought it was just a story.
Anybody likes to do that lay a cake?
Early the next morning, the would-be refugees were moved back to Fort Beulah.
I am never going to do that again. Come on, get me out of this contraption.
Why don't you stand there? Try again in the morning.
No! Come on, sissy. Let's go have some coconut on your cake!
I think we can bring the family around here. One more time. It's not safe. We have to assume they're watching us. I can't put them at risk.
Well, what's the other option?
We stay. We bide our time. I need to think of an alternative plan.
Yeah, well, think of something quick, will you? Because the wolves are at the gates.
Across the border in Canada, a group of expatriates are coming together to form a new army.
Teachers and dock workers,
Nurses and lawyers,
factory workers and farmhands.
coming together as secret agents of the new underground.
Taking on disguises, they altered their identities and prepared to take back their homeland.
My name is Dimmick, and I'm here to sell you some life insurance.
It was astonishing how many people were being arrested. There simply wasn't enough room for the flood of new criminals, so concentration camps were opened. Trianon, an all-girls preparatory school just outside of Fort Beulah, was easily converted to the new usage.
Journalists continue to be targeted by us as enemies of the state.
And Dora and Miss Jessup decided to get out of the direct line of fire.
Where do you think you're going? I didn't give you permission to leave.
I'm retiring, Chad, effective immediately.
Oh, get back to work, Jessup. I'm enjoying the view too much. Watching you lick a buzz of Winter's boots every day.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Shad, but I'm still within my rights to retire. Time to enjoy the good life in President Windrip's America.
Still full of yourself, aren't you, Jessup?
Old habits from bygone days.
Tell you what, you put in a good word for me with Miss Sissy. I let you walk. She's special, that girl.
Stay away from my daughter.
You don't want to play ball with me, fine. It's your funeral. Now get back to work before you find yourself in Triana.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Commissioner, but your superiors have already approved my retirement.
We'll see about this. When I put Jessup!
Doramis's retirement wasn't retirement at all. He was desperate to fight against Oswald, so he went to see if he could work with the Social Democrats and the Communists.
Yeah, I don't know, because you act like nothing like this has ever happened before.
That's the thing about you, Jessup, is your capacity to be surprised.
We've never faced conditions like this before.
No, just the preconditions. You remember the last war when they renamed sauerkraut Liberty Cabbage?
Yeah.
Well, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Florida outlawed the teaching of evolution.
Yes, of course, but we've battled this area before. Democracy always triumphs.
Capitalism trumps democracy.
We didn't write that way either.
Why can't you see that? I can't say it enough. You got to smash the state before it smashes you.
But I'm a responsible citizen. No matter how much I disagree with the government, I refuse to become some sort of subversive.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm not giving up on you, Mr. Jessup. At some point, you're going to come and join us.
Good luck, Mr. Jessup. You take care of it.
Is that a medalist?
Shut your yap, Carl.
Play violin for you.
I got your violin right here.
Mr. Jessup,
I don't know your name, sir, but I know you've been following me all week.
my name's David. I'm here to sell you some life insurance.
You've been following me all
There's
week.
no time, so listen closely. Closely. But closely. I can't say my next line until you're close. I represent the new underground. We got 4 divisions. Printing propaganda, distributing it, exchanging suppressed news stories, and smuggling suspects into Mexico and Canada. You've been identified as someone who can work with us. As you don't know me, you will assume I work for the Minutemen. Here, we'll go over these credentials. Call the person listed here, who I believe is someone you know and trust. He is one of us. And for God's sakes, be careful! Assume that the phone is tapped. Ask him if my insurance policy is legit. He'll give you his opinion. And if you decide to join us, tell him you want to buy a policy. Are we clear?
I've always suspected I was underinsured.
Good luck.
Dormis bought the policy. He had no skills as a spy, and the dangers would be great, but he would be working in that grand American tradition of writing seditious propaganda.
More than one Jessup was up to a little high treason. Mary threw herself into the work of a courier, taking her favorite gift from Fowler, a mink coat, and lining it with pockets so she could hide secret pamphlets.
While Sissy was around trying to win the confidence of Shad Ledoux. She found him one evening at Billy's bar, a favorite among the Minutemen.
Miss Sissy, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, Shad.
Get lost, boys. I don't recall you glancing much in my direction when I was a hired hand.
And look at you now. Driving around in a Lincoln Continental. And from your aspect, pretty soon you're going to be a commander.
I don't put too much stock on numbers.
I always think of you as my oldest playmate. Remember how I used to tag after you and ask you if I could run the lawnmower?
Long time ago.
We used to have so much fun laughing, horsing around together, don't you?
I thought you were sweet on that piss Aunt Julie.
Things change, Shad. You know that better than anyone.
Sure enough.
Everyone looks up to you now. The way you've taken over. I've been watching. No one messes with Shad with you.
You got that right.
I want to be on the right side of this thing, Shad.
You wouldn't be messing me about, would you, Miss Sissy?
What do you think, Shad?
Why don't you come over to my place? And we get to know each other a little better.
That sounds like a swell idea. I want to hear everything about what you're doing.
Buck Tennis's basement became the new headquarters for the fourth wheel cell of the new underground.
The type smuggled the press stolen and the paper shipped from Canada.
Within weeks, the Vermont Vigilance
A 4-page weekly that usually contained 2 pages and came out 3 times a week.
began popping up in the oddest places.
Dormus was back to being a real journalist, investigating the leads and digging for the truth. So Dad, no.
What's up, kid?
I've been getting sort of chummy with Chad.
Chummy?
He's sweet on me, like I'm sort of
Sweet?
letting him do.
What?
Don't, Cigar. I know what I'm trying to say. So listen, he's been boasting how he and Frank Tasbro have jiggered the numbers on all of the new construction going on. I'll use all of the records right to this house for a little red book.
You didn't?
I did. Photographed the keeps.
Do you know what he'll do to you if he finds out?
Relax, the book's already got in its place, safe and sound.
If you think you can control Shannon, you're mistaken.
I have the photographs. I'm done with Shad. There is nothing to worry about.
How do you think he'll react when you tell him that chummy days are over?
Do you want the photographs or not?
Sadly, yes, I do.
Here it is, the latest edition.
Be careful, Mary. Photographs of Shad's crooked ledger.
Sissy?
He says there's enough to put it in jail.
Girl is fearless.
Right, let's do it.
I love her. Oh, you too, I love you too.
It was the strangest thing. Outside, the world continued to consume itself. But within the confines of Buck Titus's basement, there was complete freedom.
The new underground sent out warning from headquarters in Montreal that they were caught distributing propaganda. Agents were disappearing.
The time is now 10 p.m. All unauthorized personnel need to stay inside their homes until 6 a.m. Those who are found in public without proper credentials will be subject to arrest.
Dormus, are you there? Lightning, Dormus, turn on the lights.
No, keep them on.
No? Oh, who's that?
Mr. Steve, you rule.
No,
Someone's inside.
who's there? Oh,
You have no right to get out of here. Get the read.
oh,
Stop. Out there.
I'm still doing it.
In the radio. Open it.
No, no.
Like you said, Miss Sissy, no one messes with Shad Ledoux. Jessica, you're under arrest.
No.
Get up, Jesse. Ain't gonna calm yet. Get up. Wasting time, Jesse. Get up. I said, get up.
Dormus Jessup, do you plead guilty to criminal sedition?
Absolutely not.
Of course. Well, I have here a nice little document gloriously entitled The Notorious Crimes of Commander Effingham Swan. His mendacity knows no bounds. All right. Well, that's a decent start. I like mendacity. Well, there's a Tennessee Williams air about it. And something exotic. Well, and then there's this. He decides on a whim as to who lives or dies, what methods will best serve his relentless campaign of terror and torture aimed directly at the innocent and unsuspecting citizens of Beulah Valley. Really? Jessup! This is just a bit of purple prose, isn't it?
I did not write that.
No, if not who? If you, then who? That one of your little playmates? Mr. Tight Ass? Or perhaps it was the Pike Whore? Well, one or two names would certainly do a lot to enlist the mercy of this court.
You know, Swan, I have a confession to make. I'm an agnostic. I've gone to church regularly all my life. But my faith has always been compromised by my fear of death. I've never been able to completely overcome it. Not until now. The idea of giving you names to save my skin is so magnificently repulsive, so fantastically clarifying, I almost feel lightheaded. To put my life in the final service of resisting you and the disease you've infected the world with is nothing short of liberation. With a few bilious words from your mouth, Swan, you've allowed me to overcome my greatest fear. I thank you for that, sir.
I see. Commissioner Ledoux, is it or is it not true that Dormus Jessup came to you with a plot to conspire against my person?
It's true.
You know it's not shit.
Considering Mr. Ledoux's testimony and the copy I have in front of me, I have sufficient evidence to convict. And the sentence for seditious activity is execution. But one is really too merciful. And so, I hereby sentence you, Doris Jessup, because it will give me the greatest pleasure to know that you are rotting in prison. A sentence of a minimum of 25 years in the Trianon concentration camp.
And so, Dormis Jessup was dragged to Trianon concentration camp.
And thrown into another cell.
With two other clocks, with two other damn straw mattresses.
And three nasty cockroaches.
And another large barred window.
Dormis Jessup began to fall into a deep depression, but when the guards brought in the other prisoners from the yard, he was happy to see the familiar face.
Look at come to join the proletariat, I see.
Hey, just in time too. You can talk your ear to death instead of me this time.
What happened to your head?
Oh, gift from the Minutemen. They accused me of being a communist. Do you believe it?
Big Mouth here has to school the Minutemen on the difference between communism and socialism.
For which they decided to make me a member of the lumpen proletariat.
I told you we were all going to hell, didn't I, sir?
You did, Pascal. I just didn't know you were being literal.
Fancy meeting you again. What happened? This boy's just caught me sneaking around town with his parts of his printing press. How do you hope I'm better in the press?
What about shut up? You're gonna get us killed. Well.
How the mighty have fallen.
Oh, nice to see you here.
Shit. He's responsible for half of us being in here.
What do we owe the privilege of your courage, your presence?
Oh, it's some nonsense about construction contracts. Let me clear up in no time.
All right. So they can protect him in here. We want the army. Jump in.
Let's go. Stop. Stop.
God, after all you did, bro, you still losing while passing this.
You think I don't want revenge? But I still believe in the rule of law. I'm not about to become subversive.
Oh, boy.
I need to see Commander Swan. It's a matter of great importance.
Your business?
I have information of seditious activity.
And what might that be?
I'm afraid you need to hear it from me directly.
Commander's not in right now.
Sergeant, please. This information is of such a highly sensitive nature that he can only hear it from me. It concerns his well-being.
Lady, I don't care how sensitive your business is. My well-being, is it? Well, I'm flattered by your concern for my safety, Mrs.
Fowler, thank God.
Fowler. Now then, take off your coat. Please.
Of course.
Costing. All right, Mrs. Fowler. If you would be so kind as to submit to to a gentle search of your person. I'm sure you understand.
Please, sir, I must protest. This is highly offensive.
She's claiming. Thank you. Now if you leave us, Sergeant. Yes, ma'am. Now then, your concern for my safety, Mrs. Fowler.
There's someone who plans to kill you, sir.
Well, these are very turbulent times, Mrs. Fowler.
Mary.
Oh, Mary. Yes, well. And what did this someone say?
They said,
Go on.
I'm afraid I'm too ashamed to repeat it.
Oh, Mary. I have had so many horrible things said against my good name, there is absolutely nothing that could possibly shock me.
They called you a murderer, sir, of innocent people.
Oh. And did they now?
Oh, I defended you, sir, I did, but they started laughing at me and calling me horrible things.
Oh. Well, there.
I defended you, sir, I did. They said that you were a murderer. They said, wouldn't it be awful to take a shot at once and it would change history? They said, oh, the left.
Now, Mary, what are the names, please?
It was horrible.
Oh, calm down. Just give me the names and tell me what was said and we'll be able to take care of it. Ah, you cursed brat! Oh, I'm bleeding! Oh, what a world! When such a beautiful girl like you could take away my wickedness. Oh, excuse me, please. Excuse me. Oh, sir, would you mind going and sitting up there, please? Thank you. Please go and sit up there. Would you go sit up there, please? I'm gone. Bitch.
Jessup. That's my name. Mary Jessup Greenhill.
It was all happening so fast. Sissy, the information came in different ways.
When Hans Winter Collins, all housebroken moved to Washington, Russia.
Plus, Winthrop was found guilty for collusion with Russia during his election campaign and was summarily executed by Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller.
Good beat for you. Just kidding, folks.
Actually, Plus Winthrop was overthrown in a military coup orchestrated by Brigadier General Herbert Y. Edgeways.
Yes, that's right. And ways. You haven't heard from me since scene 1, but I'm back. I'm taking over.
Buzz Winthrop thought the American people would rise up to protect their beloved leader, but nobody seemed to care.
So he was deported to an off-brand tie factory in China.
But I hate China.
The new military dictatorship declared an end to all trivial things like elections, civil rights, and freedom of speech.
But General Edgeways promised to give each and every American $5,000.
And the chicken in every pot. And 40 acres and a mule. And read my lips, no new Texas.
The last vestige of democracy had vanished, but the insurgency was only getting started.
Jessup, into the hallway now!
I paid someone off to try and to spring your father. With any luck, he might make it out.
Third alley on the right, and look for the signal.
When?
Wait.
You don't print schedules for prison breaks, sissy.
Now!
How did you make contact with the guards?
Perseverance.
Why didn't you tell me?
It's too dangerous.
Oh, is he still at Cheyenne?
No, they moved him somewhere in Massachusetts. I'm trying to find out where. But your mother's given up all hope. She's moved into the new school.
How about Julie? Is he okay?
Julian.
Yep, Julian. My boyfriend's Matt one.
That guy, we had a kind of hunt right on his story. Just never mind about it.
But we were gonna get married.
Promise.
You're bleeding.
Go and get a basin of water and some bandages.
He needs a doctor.
I'll do it now. There's not much time. Tell me what happened.
The guy got me out, but it was foggy. There were gunshots, and I was hit twice, I think.
Where?
Here, this is just a grave. But this is my concrete.
Put the basin down. Help me clean your father.
What? Oh, what did they do to you?
Well, you're lucky. The bullet went clean through. Tore up your side quite a bit, but I think that's all. How does it feel?
Never better.
There's an envelope in the top desk drawer with money for your father and a list of names you'll need. And there's a suitcase in the closet ready for him. Stand up.
Really?
Yes. Can you walk soon?
I think so.
Go to a phone booth as soon as you leave. There's one a few blocks away. I've written out instructions for you. Call the first number and tell them you're ready. They'll come and take you as far as Richmond. Then call the second number. It's about a mile and a half walk to the border. There'll be a car waiting to take you to Montreal where you'll join up with the new underground.
Can't he just stay here just a little while until he gets
Lindy's right, sissy. I'm a wanted man. The first place that comes looking is here. Listen, I promise, as soon as I get somewhere safe, I'll contact you. I
How
promise.
can you say that?
Listen,
You don't know what's going to happen.
listen to me now. You're right, I don't know what's going to happen. None of us do. Everything's changed. We grew up in the comfort of a very circumscribed world. That world has been destroyed. I sometimes wonder if I want it back. I sometimes want to prove to myself that I'm more than the man that inhabited that life. But no matter what I want, the imperative is clear. Part of something bigger now.
Are you ready?
I think so.
There's a lot of history in those woods as you cross the border. They used to bring the runaway slaves through there in the old Underground Railroad days.
Yes. A lot of history.
And so, Dormis Jessup disappeared into history.
But the struggle went on.
Soon, a new leader rose in the ranks of the new underground based in Montreal.
A leader who carried 2 copies of the complete works of Thomas Jefferson.
A leader who hated Canadian aliens.
A leader who never thought he'd ever be in his dreams.
And would often quote an old phrase told to him by an old friend long before.
Smash the steak before it smashes you.
And yeah, we added that one too.
And so ends Subversive's adaptation of Berkeley Rep's adaptation of St. Clair Lewis's It Can't Happen Here.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
And it was a pleasure to perform it for each and every one of you except for you over there.
But the mission of Protest Theater never really ends.
So share this story with someone that you know and help spread the word against fascism.
And please join us at the bar across the street when the show is finished tonight.
But before we close here tonight, we hope you'll all join with us as we say out loud and proud, Kofifi!
Kofifi!
Vietnam.